Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am here today to show you my bee journal. So this journal is a design team project for Allie, the Cockney Crafter, and she is the Cockney Craft Shop on Etsy and the Cockney Crafter here on YouTube. And I'll leave links in the description box below to her and her shop. Alright, so this is one of those flippy envelope things like Ella Gustinelli did. That was my inspiration for it. This particular one measures 6 by, there's kind of the extra little tab up here, so I'll add that in the measurement, but it's about 6 by 9 1/4. I was going to say half, but it's more like 9 1/4. And so without the little tab, it's roughly 9. Oh, and let's see, it's one signature. I don't have to measure anything else, I don't think. No. Okay, so I'm putting that away. I always have to forget something. I can't ever remember everything when I'm doing this whole thing. So the cover is all different envelopes put together, you know, and opening in different ways to make the cover. So it unties here with some baker's twine. And it has a little charm here with a bee charm, and it has to be, of course, flipped around the wrong way right now. And this is just a crochet doily and a little piece of houndstooth fabric there, and I can't even remember where I got that flower. I've had it for ages in my stash. And so this is one of those coin envelopes. It's one of the big ones, and I got this particular one from ephemera. And I've decorated it with some of Artymaze's tickets that she's got in her shop and stamped it, and this is just a piece of paper I added. And then in the pocket there is a journaling card. And this is some of the bee paper, A Bee in Your Bonnet by Allie the Cockney Crafter. And then this is Artymaze and Allie's paper, just a little piece of scrapbook paper and some book page there. So that's going to go back in here, maybe. And that opens that way. And then this is one of those first day cover envelopes that the post office used to send out when it was the first day of a new stamp. And so I just added this flower, and this is from In Love Art Shop. It's one of their washi sticker flowers. There's one of my bees from my bee journal add-on, and I stenciled this using a stencil that I got from Sammy Jared. So this comes out, and there's a journaling card there just with some collage. And this is on the first day envelope. Has these manila, I don't know, just like a piece that goes inside to stabilize the envelope itself. But anyway, you can see the envelope design on there because it's been in there for a while. So I just left that as it was because it was kind of cool. So that just slides right in there. Sometimes they're not in there, like if somebody has opened the envelope and taken them out, but a lot of times they are there. And then I just collaged there with, that's my bee journal, and so is that, the first bee journal digi. And then this is just a whole collage of all kinds of things. This is like a Tracy Fox flower, Artymaze. This is Artymaze. This is from my bee journal. That's from my bee journal add-on. This is just some paper that I had in my stash. I used these same types of papers in 3 of my kits. There's Regal, Dog Days, and Cat's Meow. All have these types of papers in them. And of course I put lace on here, and it's catching on everything, so it's knocking stuff down. So here's the journaling card that goes in that big tall pocket. This is Tracy Fox. This is a little quote or a little saying from Allie's kit, Artymaze tickets. And then on the back is Allie's A Bee in Your Bonnet. Let's see, stand it up here. Okay, and then this one opens, and it has Allie's A Bee in Your Bonnet, just a spot you can write on the back of that envelope. This is a CD envelope from Denise at Wondubar Crafts, who does all my avocado dyeing. I don't avocado dye, so I get all my stuff from her. And this is a sticker from In Love Art Shop. That's Artymaze. This is from my Digi e-journal. Oops. I never can get this caught just right to go in there. I always think I have it, but I have the ticket behind. So then when this flips up, on the back of this is one of Denise at Wondubar Crafts. It's one of her ribbon cards. You know, you wrap ribbon or lace or whatever you want around them, but I'm just using it like a little belly band there. And then there's a little tag inside of there that I've collaged on. Just slides right in there. And then this envelope is also Denise at Wondubar Crafts, one of her avocado dye polka dot envelopes, and I just left it, except I did the little joy and the little bee there. And then there's a journaling card on the inside that's been collaged all over both sides and stitched around, and a little fabric tab to help you pull it out of the envelope. And then this is my bee journal paper, and this is from, I think this one's in my Dog Days Digi. And then there's a journaling card here with more of that fancy paper. This is a doily from Rachel Roxy Creations. This is Tracy Fox. This is Allie's paper back here with the bee, Artymaze. Digital Curio, and more of my paper that I have. And it just slides in there maybe. So this was a really fun journal to make. I really enjoy it, and I wanted to thank Gail because what a great inspiration she is to many of us. So I'm going to close this so that I can open that. And then on the back of that envelope there's more journaling space, and this is Allie's Digi, A Bee in Your Bonnet. And then I've used Allie's old paper, or not old paper, I always want to say that, but Papers Past. And this is her A Bee in Your Bonnet, Papers Past, some coffee dyed A Bee in Your Bonnet, and some coffee dyed paper. And then on the back is more of that paper. This one I think is in my Regal Digi. So this closes, and this one, and this one. It's like a puzzle, right? Putting it all back together again. And then that. So that's just the cover of this journal. And I didn't do any other ties because it already has this tie, and I didn't want another thing wrapping around the front, so I have just left it. But if this is the journal for you, then you can obviously tie it up however you like to. And then on the inside is, this is deli paper that I printed, my Digi, the add-on to the bee journal. And that's just one of the transparency papers. I've stenciled on there with some of that honeycomb stencil that I got from Sammy. Here's a washi sticker. This is Artymaze. This is Mrs. Coggs, her embroidered floral Digi. This is some lace doily from In Love Art Shop, my bee. And this is Allie's chai mocha chai. I always say it backwards, but it's her coffee dyed paper, and it's really awesome. It's got a great design on it, and so that just goes right back in the little bag here. And then there's another large journaling card that slips inside of this manila folder, which is what the base of the journal is made out of, is a manila folder that's been stitched closed on both sides. So here's the large journaling card, and I've just stenciled and stamped bees there. So that goes back in here. That little thing wants to flip up, so we're going to tuck it under there. And this is from my bee journal Digi. And this is Denise at Wondubar Crafts, her Romantically Eclectic, those, why can't I think of it, the fabric cards that she has. And then this is what you can back them with, but it also makes great, you know, background paper or whatever. This is some avocado dyed, or no, this one was food coloring that I did in pink, and then I also coffee dyed it, so it's kind of a grungy pink color. And then this is just out of a book page there. And this is Allie's A Bee in Your Bonnet. And on the back I have Jo Beth Sexton has this paper kit in her shop. I love these old ads, it's super cool. And then this pocket is from Allie's, Be in Your Bonnet. And this is Tailor-Made Journals. This is just an image that I found. And these are on Carrie the Crafter's tags there. And this is Denise, that's her same kit. Romantically, Eclectic fabric cards. I will try to put everybody in the description box. If I forget somebody, it's nothing personal. It's just there's a lot of kits in this. This is some tea-dyed paper that I did with a doily mark on it. This is just scrapbook paper that I coffee dyed, and I stenciled a little bit here with the honeycomb. And then this is a long glassine type bag that I coffee dyed and put in here, and it's just got a little collage tag there. It says be close to nature, and I just did one side of it. I liked the other side to see the kind of grungy coffee dye there. This is Allie's Faux Fabric Digi. This is out of my bee journal, and this is Allie's Faux Fabric again, and this is just a little tag here that goes in this nice kind of organza pocket, and this was gifted to me by my friend Lorraine. Thank you, Lorraine. And then this is Allie's, it's her grandmother's one, and I cannot think of the name of it. For some reason I'm drawing a blank, but if you go to Allie's shop you'll see it. And then this is tea dyed and a book page. This is my bee journal. This one is Tailor-Made Journals. It's one of the Grungy Wallpaper, or no, this one is not. This one is Allie's. This is in her faux fabric. I forgot. It kind of looks like one that Lorna has in her shop, but this one's Allie's. This is one of Allie's little tea cards that are in the Digi, Be in Your Bonnet. And this is just an envelope that I made out of paper that had, you know, wildflowers all over it, and I added an Artymaze tag or ticket there, and this is just a strip from Allie's, one of her ephemera pieces in the Digi. And then on the inside is a piece of Allie's Papers Past, and then I just backed it with some tea-dyed paper. And then I also have a piece of my bee journal add-on, just the little bumblebees all over it. And those just slip right in there. And this goes over this. And that goes there. And this is a altered paper clip, obviously. That's just all kinds of stuff. That's Artymaze. Ticket is the main part of it. Get this all back on here straight. And I had something, oh, I thought I had something on this side too, but I guess I didn't. So then you get to, you know, see a little decoration there on the other side of that envelope. This is Allie's Be in Your Bonnet. That's my, this one is Torn Paper and Ferns. That's out of that kit. This is some avocado dyed paper. I put one of Denise's fabric cards there and just wrapped some sari silk around it. I liked the color with that and with this paper as well. And so that's from Denise's kit, and I added on the back of it some of her paper that, you know, to back these fabric cards with. So that's there. And then this is also obviously an altered paper clip, and it just has the T card on this side, but you could tuck something up under there. This is a like a fabric cluster that my sister made for me, and it's all completely glued down. It doesn't lift or anything like that. It's just all glued down. There's a nice little yo-yo there and some French knots and some stitching all over around on some ribbon. So yeah, very pretty. And that is on Allie's paper. And that's Torn Paper and Ferns. This is tea dyed. This is just scrapbook paper that's been coffee dyed. Allie's paper. And this is my bee journal. This is Allie's Faux Fabric. I love this lace. It's really cool. And this is out of Allie's kit that I, for some reason, am drawing a blank on. It's Lily. Lily. And then this is Denise at Wondubar Crafts. And this is Allie. And then I have one of these little things here that opens up and you can journal on the inside, but on the outside it's like 2 tags with pockets, and then in the pockets there's other journaling cards and tags to write on using all different things from Allie's. This is Allie's A Bee in Your Bonnet, and this tag is also in there. I added the flower from Tracy Fox, and then this is from Artymaze, and fabric little bits here and there. I think we made this one together, so. And then on the inside is just tea-dyed paper, and that's just paper clipped to the side of this page. And this is Denise at Wondubar Crafts. And then the middle signature is my bee journal. And I just left the strings. If you want to tie something to them, you can. And that's Denise again. This is like the bottom half of an envelope. It's actually this coin envelope right here. The part that I cut off, I just turned it into a little pocket, decorated it up, and added, this is out of Allie's kit. I just added these things here. And a tag. And then this is out of Allie's kit as well, just a little journaling spot there. It's fabric. And some coffee dyed paper. This is out of Allie's A Bee in Your Bonnet. Denise, this is Lily. Allie's Faux Fabric. This is out of my bee journal. This is Allie's A Bee in Your Bonnet. This is more coffee dyed scrapbook paper and just tea dyed paper. This is Torn Paper and Ferns. This is A Bee in Your Bonnet. Some avocado dyed paper here. This, I just added this little tea card from Allie's A Bee in Your Bonnet and her little envelope that's already all, you know, designed up like that. And then in here, if I can get it to come out, is just some of Allie's paper from the A Bee in Your Bonnet, and then I added the honeycomb there. I like that bee showing when you first open the envelope. Oh, let's go this way. Kind of like having that bee up there. And this is my Torn Paper and Ferns. This is Allie's A Bee in Your Bonnet, and then I stenciled this. It's actually a mixture of coffee and tea that I do, and then I added one of the bees from Allie's digital download. It's one that's on the paper, one of the designed papers, and I just cut it out. And then this is some scrapbook paper that has like leaves and stuff in it. And this is Allie's Faux Fabric. This is my pocket from my bee journal, or bee journal. And then this is also in my bee journal digi. It's one of the pieces of ephemera that comes with it. I just stitched around it and added fabric at the top. This is from my bee journal. This is a book page, tea dyed. This is from Allie's Lily. This is from her Faux Fabric. That's from my bee journal. And then this is that pocket that we made together. The pocket was gifted to me, and so I collaged and did all that and showed you guys how to put it together. And so these are just the little things that I've tucked inside of each little pocket. These are Allie's tea cards that are in her digi, and then this is also from one of the pieces of ephemera. I just tore it down to fit. And then this is from Artymaze and a piece of typing book paper. And then there's just a bird stitched on, I think that's Rachel Roxy Creations. And these are tickets from my bee journal ephemera that are just tucked up in there with the bird. I did these shorter cards because I glued at the bottom of each pocket, which you can either leave them open or glue, and I glued, so I need a little bit shorter items so that they're not, you know, sticking way out. So they just kind of go in like that. Okay, and then this is the other side of that long glassine bag, and that's out of my Digi bee journal. Just tucks down in there. And then on this side is just a washi sticker, and this is from Artymaze, and then I stenciled the honeycomb there again. A piece of scrapbook paper. This is tea dyed. That's from Joe Best Sexton, Allie. And book page, grungy pink paper, Denise, and my bee journal. And then in the back here, I have this little pocket that was made for me by Sammy Jared. Thank you, Samantha. I finally have used it. Found the perfect little spot. And this is from Allie's kit, A Bee in Your Bonnet. And this is a card that Samantha Jared made for me. I just added the flower and the bee there. But that's the paper. And it just tucks down. I liked this pocket for right here because it's nice and flat. Not adding too much bulk to this already kind of fat journal. And then I just did a little collage on, this is Artymaze, one of her tags from her ticket. This is Wondubar Crafts, a little bit of washi sticker there. And this is out of Allie's Digi, A Bee in Your Bonnet. I just cut it out of the paper. And then that's the back. And then it's just all collaged right here, and I signed it. Goes in there. And then there's another very big journaling card here that's been all done up. And I used the same paper I used on the one in the front and the same fabric tab, and just collaged it all. So it's a little bit different. This is coffee dyed paper here. So that one goes right in that big, huge pocket. So like I said, this was super duper fun. And then the back of this just has more of the stenciling, and then one of the bees out of my bee journal add-on. Phew, that was like a whole lot of stuff to tell you for not a very big journal. There's lots packed into that little guy. So I'm moving my lace out of the way here because we're gonna do some other things. I thought we could make some ephemera since I'm in between projects right now at the moment. It's kind of the way it is when you do a flip through, right? Okay, so we probably need something to cover that light mark because that's kind of blinding. So I'll put a piece of this down, so hopefully that'll help. That's just deli paper. And I thought we could do one of these super simple envelopes. So if you're just starting junk journaling, this is just a book page basically folded to make an envelope. And this side is going in the right direction, as in the words, you know, they're not upside down. But when you open it, it's upside down. So it's just something to think about. I usually end up covering them almost entirely, so it's really not that big of a deal if they're upside down or whatever. It just gives you a base to start with, which I like. So what I am thinking is just using scraps because I am at the moment buried alive in scraps. So I hope you guys are all having an awesome day. Sorry I didn't say all that. I just tend to jump right in when I'm doing a journal flip through. So I apologize for being rude. I don't know what I want to even do on this. I just want to use some of this stuff up. Oh, that's pretty. Maybe I'll use that instead of red. I thought I wanted to go that route, but nope. Use this. This is from Tailor Made Journals. Sorry, I have the itchy, scratchy nose. It seems like every time I turn on the camera, my nose starts to itch. This is really a big rose, so maybe we'll put the biggest part of it down here in the bottom part of the envelope. Yeah, so thank you guys for all the nice comments on my Artymaze giveaway. That's going to be super fun. And if you haven't entered, go over to that video and enter. And you only need to put your name in once. I'll probably have to take, you know, people have entered or had 2 comments or whatever, which is not a huge deal. It's just that that kind of gives an unfair advantage. So I'll probably go in and take out extra comments because I want like it just to be your name in the drawing once. So other than that, definitely get over there and get your comment in and follow the directions in the description box, because you have to go subscribe to Artymaze as well. So there's a few other directions there that have to be followed, but it's super fun. And you'll win some gouache paint. One of you will win gouache paint, which that's what the video is about. So it is very fun to play with. I played with it a little bit more on my own, and it is super fun. So definitely go get signed up for that, because some lucky person will win. Make sure you check in the description box of that video, you know, where they can't mail to at the moment, because Artymaze isn't, you know, mailing to everybody. So just make sure you check in your name, or where you live. Make sure it's not on the list of where they don't mail to at the moment, because that would be a bummer if I draw your name and then they don't mail to you. I won't be able to, you know, you won't win it. So just winging it here with the collage. Okay, we're having kind of a calm day at the moment, getting ready for my daughter's graduation party, which will be fun. Excited for her. So yeah. But yeah, it's good to see that everybody's excited and wants to win that paint, because it is really cool. I had never ever heard of it before until I started working with Artymaze. It's definitely different. It is sort of like watercolor, but not. Sort of like acrylic, but not. It's just a really interesting, like, texture and everything. Okay. And then on the inside, because this is kind of floppy, trying to decide if I want to stitch it closed or do I want to open it and have it. I think I will make like a pocket and stuff in there just for the fun of it, and you know, loads of people have done this type of thing. So I know that Rachel at Roxy Creations does these type of envelopes quite often, either that close or don't close or whatever. And I need some kind of background paper. I think I'll have a little pocket and then maybe a spot to journal on. That might be kind of cool. So I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to get some like coffee dyed paper or something here. I have a nice piece of this left from doing that last journal. Got some other paper. We'll put it that side down. We'll glue that side down. So see, this is like what I'm saying. Even if you use this, you're going to end up covering stuff anyway. So, but if you do want to see the book page, just be mindful of the direction that you're folding it. Just in case. And I did a bigger envelope kind of like this before. You know, I think I'm just going to cover all the way down so that that other part is also covered. And it's going to go from about there. And next week I'll be doing more stuff in the scrapbook that I got from Artymaze as well, because I've got some fun kind of ideas. I don't know. I think it'll probably end up being my own. I don't know. It depends on how it goes, whether I decide to keep it or sell it or what, but because I don't know if it'll be too thick. I've never made a journal out of like a, you know, sketchbook or already made up book kind of thing, other than the altered books, which you tear pages out of, which I may end up doing to that, but I kind of want to see how it goes first, because it may get too like alligator mouthed, and this is dry, and that's not great, you know, if it's too much. I mean, they all kind of get a little alligator mouthed, let's be honest, but unless you just don't decorate them a whole lot. That's really the only way to keep that from happening. Trying to get it as straight as I can. Get it, yeah. And this will fold up. My bone folder, sorry, I wiggled the whole thing. Okay, and then bubble right there. I was going to make this the pocket, but I think I might just put it up here because it's got a little bit of a floral design on it. You probably can't see because of the camera, but let's see. It doesn't need to be quite that big. I think I want something more decorative for the pocket, that's all I was doing. These kind of pockets are really fun to do though, I mean, or pockets, envelopes, because you can have it as just an envelope, or you can turn it into something else and paper clip it closed, or, you know, have a string go around it or something like that. I might not do tons of decorating on it because I'm not even sure where I'm going to use it yet, so I might wait until I know where I'm going to use it and just put it in my stash for something someday. Yeah, I like that. And then a pocket of what? Who knew? Could use Gales. I've used this before for a pocket and it is super cool. I think I'm going to tear off these, even though that's kind of sad. And I'll probably back it with a little bit of book page, because it's just printed on copy paper. And it might need a little bit more structure than that. I got this really wonky up here. Oh, what am I doing? I looked over there and just kept gluing. Let's see, I just want some kind of scrap something to put it on. Seriously. This is just that Manila paper. Man, I got that all kinds of crooked. And this is a little long, so I'm really not going to worry about the ends because I'll just cut them where I want them. This bottom part though is messy. And if you're smarter than I am, you'll wait till it dries, so that you don't do stuff like that, because for some reason when the paper's wet, it just won't rip very well. Rips all cattywampus like. And I probably will do some stitching up around this. Yeah, I love that lace by Gail Augustinelli. It's very fun and works in lots of projects. Okay, what do I want to stick in there? I was wondering if any of these, I got this bag of, what do you call these things? Project Life cards. I will obviously be covering them. It's too tall still, but I could trim it shorter. Yeah, these are always interesting to figure out what to do with. I think I'll just go with those two and cover them. Is this one shorter? No. I'm just going to go with those two and cover them. And then if I find something else, once I decide where it's going, I will do that. Okay. I mean, it's not that they're not cute like they are. They're fine. I just, for this, they need to be covered. So this is from Allie, the Cockney Crafter's Papers Past. But I like this design here, so I'm going to use that. I'm just going to glue that right onto there. And then I'll just trim it out, kind of thing. I'm going to cover the back with some coffee dyed. I'm going to cut it out first. So that's something that you can do with your, Project Life cards and stuff. And I'm sure you've seen Gail, if you watch Gail, do that too. It's just a good way to use them, even though they might not go with some of the themes and whatever we have going on now. But if you like them the way they are, then you don't have to cover them at all, if they go with what you're making. I kind of like this side. For the smaller, it's a little more interesting. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to do a ton of decorating until I decide where I'm going to put these. But definitely a good thing to do just to have some ephemera around. Plus they're pretty tiny, they probably don't need a whole lot of decoration anyway. Go in there. Oops, I forgot we gotta make it shorter, huh? So let's see. Just gonna do about there. Let's see if it fits now. Nope. The glue, right? Forgot about the glue at the bottom. They're little short stubby tags, but that's fine. So it's still really close. What probably would be better is like, that works though, some type of like long card or something, which I may make to go in there too eventually. Oh, I got that real crooked. Shocking. Alright, whoa, sorry. So loud. It drops on there. This one I think I'll glue this rose to. And that's just some scrapbook paper I had. Man, did it get hot here. We were having cool, rainy weather all last week. It's like 97 degrees today. It just keeps doing that extreme swing of temperature, which is really hard to like adjust to, you know. Will this one fit on here? Oh, of course I cut it all crazy. I think I'll use the bottom part of the cigarette card thing. Way too sticky. Sorry, I'm having a brain meld there. What direction does it go? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I remember where my little hole punch was. I can kind of see it. That was brilliant. Seriously. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Fingers are sticking to it. It's amazing what a difference just inking it makes, I think. I mean, it's all your preference, you know. But I think it makes a huge difference. I always feel like it's not done until it's been inked. these will go in here. And I will work on still just a tiny bit too tall. You know, maybe something else to go in there, but you guys get the idea anyway, and I'll stitch around it. There's a weird then you could add something like for. Oh yeah, like a Tim Holtz butterfly piece, no. And you could send it as Happy Mail if you wanted, or put it in a journal, of course. And it would be like a little, you know, a little ephemera pocket. And these are Tim Holtz, obviously. Or you could even use like because this is one of those things that I never know what the heck to do with these. I don't know why, but you know, tuck one of those little pictures in there from Tim Holtz too, and then there's a little writing spot, and that closes, and you could paper clip it to put it in a journal, or you could glue it down entirely to go in a journal, and then it could flip open like that. You could put like a little piece of string around it and tie it so it stays closed. So anyway, just a little something to play with today while we had a little time. And I will see you guys again soon. Have a wonderful weekend, and thank you so much for everything. Bye now.